this session, we are going to see about the text processing model. So, what are the various tasks that are accompanied in your text processing while you are performing your information retrieval is you will be having your tokenizer, you will be doing your lowercase and stopwords removal, stemming, term frequency, inverse document frequency computation. So, these are the various tasks that are accompanied in your text processing. So as a first part, we are going to have the set of documents to be taken up and identifying each word in the textual information. So splitting the text into words or subwords will be your word tokenization. We are going to have a standard format of all the words that we are going to consider for the processing. So converting all the characters to lowercase is the next step. Then we are going for the removal of stop words, identifying the stop words that don't add significant meaning to the analysis part can be removed from the processing. So eliminating your common words similar to is the and, which means that we are making the insignificant words to be eliminated from the document. Next process is going to be the stemming. We are reducing the words to their root so that we can able to have a noun or base form for the word to be taken up for the retrieval process. So in this we are just going to remove the prefix as well as the suffix. For example, ing, ly. These are the some of the suffixes that we can able to be removed to identify the root word for the process. Next, we are going to have the term frequency inverse document frequency computation, where it holds a numerical statistical information of your term frequency as well as the uh, inverse document frequency, which signify a word in a document related to the collection of documents or a corpus. You're going to have the significant factors for that term. These are the various tasks which are accompanied in your text processing model. Now we are going to see how the text processing model can be implemented in Python. For that we are going to import the libraries, necessary libraries. The libraries are OS for the folder path, and for the tokenization we are making use of the regular expression. For the structured format we are using pandas, and for the stopword predefined stopwords, English stopwords, we are making use of sklean.featureextraction.txt, and we are making use of the TF-IDF vectorizer model to calculate the TF-IDF taken up from the sklean.featureextraction.txt. So initially we are going to have the path to be identified. The folder path is going to be taken up from the specified path, and we are going to initialize the document, but we are going to process it for the further retrieval stages. So initially we are checking whether the folder path is being empty or not. If it is going to be empty, then which means that the directory doesn't exist. Else we are going to have that folder path and identifying the file name in the folder path. For each of the file name, we are going to check whether the file name ends with .txt. If so, we are going to have the file name with the file name and the content. So folder path, which is nothing but the directory, and the file name is nothing but the content. Document ID. So this document ID has been passed to open up the file in the read mode and using the standard encoding format of ATF8. So this has been opened as a file format, file object. So this file object has been used for reading purpose. You are reading the content of that object. So dot read method has been used to read the information from the document and store it in document content. Now we are going to have the various tasks to be performed in text processing. The first task is tokenization. Tokenization taken up using the regular expression form RE dot. You are going to find all the set of patterns. This is the pattern which you are going to follow, which means that the regular expression to be of the form isolated word with more than one alphanumeric characters followed by the blank space. So this is the regular expression we are following it to identify the token or the word and convert that specific content to lower case. So lower method we have incorporated by default to the document content. So once you have been identified the tokens which have been saved in word tokens, we can able to further process it to stopword removal. So we are checking for the words that are taken up from the word tokens, identifying whether the word is not in the English stop words so that we can able to add up to the filtered words. Now we are going to define the stemming process. So for the stemming process, we are just defined a simple stemming function. So this is a simple stemming function where we are illustrating the suffixes, predefined suffixes, and with the predefined suffixes check whether the word that ends with that particular suffix. If the word ends with that particular suffix, we are removing that particular suffix and adding this word. Okay, we are just returning this word. So this is the simple stemming process. Instead of this, we can also add up your normal NLTK. Using NLTK, we can able to use Porter stemmer methods. It's a predefined library function. So here I have been invoked a simple stemming function for the process to be done. So this stemming function has been invoked using simple stemmer word. The function has been called for those words find out in the filtered words has been passed to the simple stemmer function. So once you have removed the suffix, the stemmed words will be there, and this is my documents where we have the various tasks that are accompanied. That is tokenization, lowercase, stopword removal, stemmed words. So this is my documents which have been carried out for further processing in my retrieval system. So these documents can able to be further processed to have the TF-IDF calculation. So checking whether the documents is there. If documents is there, we are going to apply the model, the TF-IDF factorizer model. We have just defined it as a TF-IDF factorizer. Once we have it defined, we can able to map the particular set of documents to the particular model, and not only mapping, we are going to convert it into its representation. Okay, so mapping and representation, mapping as well as transforming representation will be done using this statement, and storing the values, TF-IDF matrix values will be stored, and this can able to be converted into a readable format. So using pandas data frame method, you are just passing the values, computed matrix, computed values of TF-IDF and indexing with the document ID. Documents.keys is going to be the ID, and columns is going to be the features, that is the word which have been taken up from the document. So this we have been passed and stored it as a df underscore TF-IDF. So this is our standard structured information. So this standard structured information can be able to be saved as a CSV file. So we are defining the path where you are going to path as well as the file name to be saved. So output underscore CSV underscore path is the object, is a variable where we are going to accompany the folder path as well as the file name. The file name is tf-idf underscore output.csv. So this will be passed to your structured object. The structured object is going to be df underscore tf-idf. This is your object where you are going to invoke to CSV method and passing the folder as well as the file name. So we are converting the structure into CSV file and saving it with the specified file name. So if text file is not found, we are going to display as no text in files found in the directory. So when you are running this, we can able to have the net result as TF-IDF matrix, and this is the key factors that has been indexed values. So doc ID, that is a file name, is going to be the keys that has been indexed with the features as a column. The features is going to be the word. Okay, we have been removed the stop words, we cannot able to find the stop words, and lowercase has been done. Along with that, we have taken the stemming part. So information, if you see that you can able to have TION to be added up, so that the important word has been removed, you can able to reconstruct the suffixes, predefined suffixes. So not only removal, you are supposed to add few of the terminologies to the stemming part. So this is where your text processing model to be taken up. So this is your end result of your text processing. So once you have been done your text processing, you have your TF-IDF computed for the informations that has been stored. So this is a initial stage of your information retrieval process.